on our way to Lüdao right now. Pretty excited to go to this small island 33 kilometers off the coast of Taiwan, which equates to about 20 miles. The mode of transportation we're taking is the ferry, which is one of two main ways of traveling to Lüdao. The other being air travel. And the ferry travel is actually not too expensive, which is it costs about 900 NTU, which equates to about $30 US. So we're here, about to board the ferry, and hopefully the waters aren't too bad, not too choppy. All aboard. Some nice lower cabin seats. Feels a lot like actually boarding an aircraft. I'm going to be sitting down next to my friends Bryant and Charles.
Welcome to Lüdao, aka Green Island. It's 18 kilometers around, meaning you can actually traverse the whole island in just under an hour and a half. The population is about 3,000 people, and it has a sister island called Orchid Island, which is bigger, but even less people. People love coming here for its beautiful views, its history, and it actually has one of the world's only natural saltwater hot springs.
In 1938, there was a cruise liner called the USS President Hoover that actually crashed in Zhongliao Bay right over here next to me. Luckily, all 833 people were rescued from that. After that, the US decided to finance the building of the lighthouse behind me. The Japanese designed it, and local islanders here built it. This lighthouse is a symbol of the different nationalities and their cooperation.
Unfortunately, the pathway that is open to the public is closed off, but when it is open, you're able to walk approximately 150 steps to the top of a 33-meter high lighthouse, which was only recently in 2012 opened up to the public after being named a historical structure by Taitung County back in 2003. Sadly, we can't visit and we can't go up. I'm sure the views are very beautiful up there. So if you do get a chance to come during a time when it's open, probably be very nice.
Where's the rock that looks like Guanyin?
Maybe it's back where we were.
What is it?
油之湖.
We don't know what yo. But
It's a natural basin, eastern side of the mountain. Oh, beside a deserted, there's an Aboriginal village there.
So right now we are at the Green Island Culture Park, and that is a fancy way of saying prison, where they actually held political prisoners. I was just talking to the cops, and this actually isn't a museum yet, but come April, it will officially be a museum. Right now, we are actually standing in the exercise yard. Back in the day, the nationalist party called the KMT got pushed onto Taiwan. And while they were in Taiwan, in order to exert control, they started locking up everybody that disagreed with them, which tended to be well-educated people. One of the more famous political prisoners was Bo Yang, and he was actually a poet and a writer. He would talk about social issues. That was enough to get him time here. A lot of the political prisoners actually became part of the Democratic Party, and that defined the political landscape of Taiwan for many years to come. Okay, dude, that freaked me out. Okay, so that just freaked me out because it looked like there's a bunch of people in there. We are actually at the cells where the prisoners would stay at. And it's actually a little bit more spacious than I thought it would be. But I imagine that once you're living with the same people for a long time, it's not that comfortable. One thing that's also really interesting is there's a little peephole, I guess, for the guards to look through. So I'm just gonna go into one. And honestly, once you're inside, it feels even smaller. I immediately feel a little bit more claustrophobic. I like the height, I appreciate that. But when we're talking about square footage of where I can walk, where I can pace, that is rough. This is barely even a closet. So if you look at that picture, it actually looks like that they have a pretty good life. Everyone's clothed, they're learning stuff. But I just talked to the very helpful guy, and a lot of the pictures in this prison museum are actually all propaganda. So the government was pushing these images saying that we do treat our prisoners very well. But once you get deeper into the rest of the prison, you see how they were actually living, and it's nothing like these pictures. So right now we are at the Human Rights Memorial Park. It was completed December 10th, 1999, and it was actually to commemorate all of the people that lost their lives during the White Terror.
White Terror.
Yeah,
Wait,
you know
what
the
is-
White Terror?
No, I don't know what White Terror is.
I think it was during a lot of political unrest, and they were basically, the government was cracking down on any type of dissidents or people complaining about, you know, the government, and they would actually get locked up, and a lot of people died. So
The architecture is actually very unique. Looks like there's
Yeah.
a spiral theme going on. We walk down a walkway where the names of all of the victims are engraved on the wall.
yeah, it's really it's pretty like intense.
Yeah.
Because it's like just all solid concrete or something, and it almost feels kind of like prison-y or mausoleum-y.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
even right in front of us, we see like it looks like a jail courtyard area, you know?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
And it looks like even more names are on these blue and green boards.
It's pretty crazy just looking at how many names there actually are.
Yeah,
It's like wall to wall with people that were
Yeah.
victimized.
It says 白色. I'm assuming that's just white terror.
Okay, my Chinese is like 1% better. It's 白色恐怖时期受难者名单, something like that. Something like that.
80% better.
I might have gotten one or two words wrong. And it has their names and I guess when they passed.
Or how long? Oh, yeah, that's what that billboard looks like.
Actually, I don't know. There's two dates here. 61, like they can't be 2 years old.
How long they stayed in this?
Oh, how long they were in a prisoner for, maybe.
Right. Where they held the
Yeah.
people captive. But it's very desolate right now, and it gives a
It
very
is.
eerie feel. Kind of unsettling, actually, how silent it is. I don't know if it's because it's off-peak season and no one's here, but
Can you imagine though getting like locked up for
no, I can't.
like, let's say you didn't think green was the right, like the best color, like just
Yeah.
your opinion, and then getting locked up.